This is SweetMisery from Throat Punch Metal. It's been a while since we did any interviews with our sponsored bands, but we've had this on our event section for a while now, waiting on you guys to submit some questions. But since you guys are being lame, we're going to bring some for you. I don't need to bring it up to my mouth.
Yes, you do. You got to get it through.
Okay, so this is October Noir. You know that. That's why you're here. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Doug.
I'm Justin.
I'm Justin.
Sticks.
I'm nobody. Tom. Ah.
All right, so somebody take the lead on telling us how you guys got together.
That's Danny.
All right. Well, hey, how you doing? So this whole project was pretty much started by Tom. We've been friends for a long time, and one day he was like, "Hey, check my album out." I kind of laughed at him and said, "How you ain't got no album?" I checked the album out, and it blew me away. So I said, "Hey, I play drums." He was like, "No, you don't." Long story short, we came together, found two members to be unnamed, and then we built from there and learned the songs in the album and kind of formed them to how we liked them. And then we met these two lovely individuals right here, and that's when everything really just came together real hard. Second album came out, and it just blew up. And we've been doing shows here and there. We've been getting a lot of love, and it's been a really good experience. It's been a lot of fun, and we got a lot of good music coming. I'll talk all night. I'm going to pass this over to Doug Ruski.
So, I'm Doug Lane. This is Justin Thompson over here. We both came from a band called Ithaca.
Wait, what do y'all do for this band?
I'm the guitar player, and Justin is a keyboard player.
I play the guitar like a nerd.
We love nerds.
It's like a primary influence. They Might Be Giants. So we came from a band called Ithaca, which is kind of a symphonic, electronic, progressive death metal band. And we were going through our trials and tribulations with that band for a while, and having a hard time getting that project going again. And we just decided, hey, we got this other band that just came up that we really clicked really well with. It's a good opportunity to keep us still playing. And we first came in just planning on filling in for a couple of shows because, that's something that we do. But then we ended up saying, hey, there's something really, really special going on here. And we need to see this through.
Special ed?
Yeah. Who drives the short bus again?
Yeah. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Something special.
It was getting
And it ran from there.
I killed it.
So originally, obviously, if it wouldn't have been some personal inspiration somewhere, you guys would have never met through the music scene. Who originally, or what originally inspired you to start playing?
I came from a really musical family. My dad was a classical pianist, and my brother was playing guitar and piano when we were growing up. And my mother was a choir singer. So I've just been around it.
He's hungry.
Like my
He just
whole
got
life.
off work.
Justin?
Alright, so my mom pissed off my dad by spending $200 to buy Rock Band, whenever that came out.
Oh, yeah.
And I would always play bass, my brother would always play guitar, and then that was pretty cool. And I started playing saxophone in middle school, and that's a whole story. So I had done music for a bit, and I studied the academic side. And then my brother eventually started taking guitar lessons, and I'm like, fuck saxophone, this is cool. So I started picking up guitar, and then me and him have just kind of been competing all these years and trying to figure out how many different instruments we can play.
All right, well, long story short, I've been playing since I was 3. I've played through with my parents in church, and I did drumline in high school. I marched DCI, indoor drumline. Been in multiple bands here and there. Picked up a couple endorsements. It's a long list of playing, but this right here is the most enjoyable music I've had in my entire 30 years of living. I've played with rappers and reggae and all this, but the difference we have all together is great. and it makes for great music, and it really lets me showcase my talents, not just in metal, but in pretty much every other genre there is. So I'm really blessed, and this is great.
So I guess I started playing guitar when I was 13. I got my first one, and I was in high school, and I did trumpet. Yeah, fucking laugh. Yeah. Skin
I
flute.
learned how to work those lips.
He had the amateur for trumpet. I knew it was something.
Yeah. No, so I can read sheet music, but I can't translate it on the guitar for you, so if that helps.
I can.
But no, so yeah, primarily I was a guitar player, and just started picking up the other instruments along my way and fucking around with them until we got to this. So and then I decided to play bass because it's just easier to sing and play when it's a live environment. So
Not as much thinking.
yeah, I get retarded with it. So.
All right, so quick question for them. Which phone are those on for the live streams? Here's the thing. We're on multiple channels right now. We're on the TPM page. We're on the October Noir page. Unfortunately, because of the setup right now for the TPM page, I cannot see the questions coming in there.
I can't see questions on my phone.
So we have to figure out where you guys are going to be watching from to see the live questions
Sounds like you
coming
have
in
to
for us.
move your ass.
You need to go sit over there?
No.
Okay. If you want to be able to ask them questions, go to the October Noir page and submit them. Because we're not going to be able to see it on the TPM page right now, unless one of y'all log into the TPM page.
Why didn't you guys tell anybody Happy New Year?
Happy New Year!
Fucking dicks.
It's January 1st, 2020.
Yeah.
Someone said my mom's watching, so behave.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, you know what? There
So,
are
which
some, there
one
are
you
some
on?
ones coming in.
Okay, so which one are you on?
I'm on the.
Hey, Jackie.
Okay,
It's not showing
can I
up.
hold it?
Yeah, it's not showing up on October Noir.
What's up,
Okay.
Rebecca?
When does the couch auction start?
Never. You will have to fight Miss Elizabeth for that probably, and I think she might kick your ass. So you
The
just have to
biggest
go buy your own
question
couch.
is, how much are you willing to pay?
No, so she can replace it.
Have we ever heard of typo negative?
Leather.
Who's that?
Who is that?
Or trade for gray leather.
Not gray.
Let's wait
No,
for
what'd you say?
Justin's name off
Oh,
the...
leather.
Real leather.
Real leather. Not that pleather shit. Something easy to wipe
Can
down.
they even see it? How can they see the couch?
Because they're sitting on it.
Sitting on
But
it.
that one doesn't show it. It just shows
Have you heard of
heads.
them? I have no
Yeah,
idea who
just
that is.
pass
Okay.
those off to her. She's gonna have to...
Okay, let me see the
So I
question.
guess-
This is October Noir.
Okay, well, whatever one's showing questions, let me have it.
I only see that.
You have it in landscape. I have it in portrait.
Yeah, so wherever the questions are coming in, let me see it.
All right, there you go.
Thank you, darling. Okay, so which page is this?
October Noir.
Okay, so you keep an eye on Thrift Punch.
That's it.
Okay, couch auction. Ladies, I'm here for the couch auction. Can you play some Sweet Couch Alabama?
Roll Tide.
Did I miss the couch auction?
Roll Tide.
Okay, so we're gonna sit this right here until someone has some good input. Alright,
I
so,
value your input.
Me too.
well, questions. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, somebody
I'm not that much of a dick, really. Okay, who would you most want to open up for if you were not headlining?
Goddamn milkshake out of
None of y'all are gonna agree with mine.
His milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Repeat that.
If you were not headlining, who would you most
We don't
want to open
headline.
up for? Well, then who would you like to open up for?
We play last.
That's what he always said, is we're not headlining,
We
we're
do,
playing
we're playing
last. That's headlining.
No, we play after everyone leaves.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what band it is.
Nope.
Hmm.
As long as you can actually, in case somebody pushes this to them and they can see it. Hint, hint. Who would you like to open
Somebody
up for?
said the guy in the suit's kind of hot. Shit.
That must be your wife.
Until you open your mouth and you hear that fucking smorgasbord come out.
Is Baby on there?
She
What
showed.
the fuck are they talking about the couch?
There's the couch.
This is not pleasing.
Hey,
It's very bright.
now that somebody mentioned couch, that's gonna be the joke the rest
Yeah.
of the night. Hey, hashtag the couch.
Alright. So, yeah.
Is that your mom's couch?
I don't know, there's really not a whole lot of bands I want to open up for these days.
I
Yeah.
know one.
Hey,
They'll suck.
I know one.
The speed of sound in seawater.
I would like to open up for Ginger just so I could see Ginger live, because there's a couple of bands around here that have girl leads and they're great, but Ginger's just like above all expectations for a band, so that's who I'd want to open up for.
Well, you know, I'd like to open up for a couple of my heroes like Porcupine Tree, Opeth, Ghost. Tom wouldn't be too happy about that. He'd have to stick around and listen to him. But I like them.
Short attention span.
Chuck
But
metal.
yeah, any of those, I'd love to open for that.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we got a real question.
Rebecca asked, "What is the song Lavender about?"
Valid.
So, my grandmother's favorite color was lavender, and she died. So the song's basically going through the processes of her death when she was in the hospital, dying. So, yeah, it's pretty much the breakdown of that. She was much loved.
All right. Somebody asked, "Would you like to play with the 69 Eyes?"
Who writes all the songs?
I'd play with 69 Eyes.
Okay.
I'd play with any band that's got clout behind them.
Tyler Fleming just asked, "Porcupine Tree, what is your favorite song by them?"
I've got so many favorite albums by them. I really like The Sky Moves Sideways. I like Sleep Together, Fear of a Blank Planet. I really like Way Out of Here. She's Moved On. I just really like their whole catalog. Just to name a few.
All right. Who writes all the songs? Ask Melanie.
Well, so far, pretty much mostly Tom's.
My bad, I ruined the mood.
Seriously?
What?
Sorry.
Hey, make sure you hit continue because that's going to ruin that.
It is a silent mode.
I told her.
I thought it was on. I turned off everything. Okay, come on. Sorry, guys.
It's a boy.
I hope it's in frame. Okay.
So, yeah, for the moment, most of the music has been written by our very own Tom Noir. We have a lot of musical chemistry going on right here, and we're really looking forward to writing more songs together. You know, myself and Justin and Danny are all very prolific songwriters.
Hannah, you need to come up more.
So, you know, it's just from what we've experienced so far, it just looks like it's going to be a really good time moving forward for all of us working collaboratively.
Anyone else have anything to add?
I'd like to add that me and Doug have been playing together one-on-one, and if you've seen any of that leaked footage,
Leaked?
By you.
I leaked it actually, but
The
yeah.
only thing leaking is your diaper, man.
I changed it right before I came. But real deal, Holyfield. We're about to start doing some video game covers, and it's going to be awesome. And we already started on some SpongeBob, so I'm gonna add some drums to it, and we're gonna get some bass on there. And we're just
What are you me for?
That's why I'm saying it about you exactly. But yeah, we got some great stuff coming, and we're gonna definitely be versatile and spread it out. We're gonna go a lot. Digital. We're going to have a lot of good stuff coming, and we're super excited to get back to gigging as well because we miss y'all.
So, how'd the band name come about?
Can I go back to the last one first?
Yes. Miss Tavia asked, so I was trying to get
Okay.
you.
Yeah, sorry. We'll get to you. No, for those wondering, Doug and I have been mapping on a cover song. So maybe next week we might have that ready to go.
Yeah, I think we can get
A couple weeks.
Can we leak the name of the song yet?
Yeah, we're doing Chris Isaac's Wicked Game, so it's I know it's been done before, but we're gonna try and make it a little spicier.
Do it October style.
Yeah.
So, who came up with the name October Noir? How did that happen?
Love the banner, just saying.
Yeah, I was taking a shit.
Your money's
today,
worth, Steve.
In a Spirit Halloween store, and I was like, "Ooh, this would just be nice, wouldn't it?"
Wait, what was it called?
How did he pick the band name?
Solos better. Steven Wilson. Who's Steven
No.
Wilson?
Hmm?
Who's Steven Wilson?
He's the guy behind Porcupine Tree.
Oh, they said your solos are better. Respect.
Thanks.
Oh,
My dog.
Okay,
You're wrong.
if you could have one album, I think I have an idea where this might go with him. If you had one album to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be? And no cop-outs by using a compilation.
I got.
Marcos Fogley's There's Hope.
I'll just Periphery 2.
I have no fucking idea. Damn it. I don't even listen to it.
Well, I had something in mind, but I don't want to falsely name the thing because I can't think of it. So I'd probably have to say it would be System of a Down, whatever their first album is. It's either Chop Suey or Toxicity or something like that. Whatever the name of the album is.
Somebody fill us in on that
Yeah,
answer for
thanks.
me.
It would be System of a Down because they're badass. Back then, not now.
Mine would probably be October Rust from Type O Negative, which is probably no fucking
Surprise.
surprise. Yeah.
Big whoop on
Who's
the
that?
side.
Yeah. Who?
Who's that?
Who's that?
Let's see. Okay, this one's a little bit tough. I know a couple of y'all outside said that you knew who it would be offhand. If you were injured and could not perform, who would you have stand in for you until you were fully recovered?
Oh man, I wouldn't wish that hell on anyone. All the shit that I got going on,
At least for October Noir.
especially for October.
Especially for us.
No, like all the stuff that I got going on technology-wise, I wouldn't want someone to have to train up to do all
Well,
the
who do
stuff
you
that I'm
think
doing.
could handle it?
Who do I think could handle it?
Brandon.
No, yeah, well,
Noir.
Tom Noir.
Well, I'm sure plenty of people can handle it if they really wanted to. Shoot, I'll have to think on it. Come back to me on that.
Doug. Honestly, a computer could replace me. All the synth stuff, you could just backtrack it. But
That's a cop-out answer.
I
Can you even
mean,
name a person that could replace you?
literally anybody who plays keyboards.
My brother.
Doug's brother or Doug.
There you go.
Just have him loop.
It,
Shout
it,
out to Jeff Lane.
it would definitely be. I can't pick like one of three people. Can I name off just? Okay, I'm just
Sure.
if I had to choose based off the drummers I've actually met, it would be Sam Applebaum from Bellamaya because he is badass and he's badass, and because I've hung out with him 3 times. Shout out my dog, miss you. He's badass.
Well, little to Danny's knowledge, currently he's getting replaced by a computer. So have fun, Bellamaya. No, I'm joking. You can't lose him.
Hey, don't forget about Tate's question.
No, I don't know.
We already answered it.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
How'd you come up with
It's not like my shit's very fucking intricate, so anybody could replace me.
No,
You gotta
They-
have that. The only one that could is
it's the vocal range.
reincarnating people.
You can't get the vocal range. No one else.
Yeah, you can't. Have you seen the technology of today?
Man, but no
We-
one looks like you. No one's got this hair
Like shit.
and this beautiful heart and leather jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I think Steve's answering your question. Sandman said it was actually untitled, so maybe it was System of a Down self-titled album.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Mm.
Oh, I actually got one.
Oh, here we go.
All right, since Danny opened it up to people who are actually professionals, this one's kind of a
What were we going for? Non-professional?
Yeah, it could be anybody.
yeah.
Anybody alive.
Okay, yeah, if it
Dog,
could be
why
anyone.
would I
This
only
one's kind of
wanna have a
a
non-sign band?
shout out to Line 6. I actually play the signature guitar of this guy, who would actually have a lot of knowledge of the kind of stuff that I'm doing with my rig. Stevic McKay from 12 Foot Ninja. He'd still be incorporating a lot of like audio interface, synth kind of stuff that's going on with my stuff. But he'd definitely have a good handle on the gear that I'm using, which is 99% of the challenge. But yeah.
Good answer.
Somebody asked if there are any dates set for a Texas visit. When you answer that, you could also answer what upcoming shows you have so that people can catch you live. Because the first question's a sad answer. I'm
look,
sorry.
We
It's a
got
no.
watch party comments and live video comments, and there's questions on both.
Well, scroll through as you find them.
All right, well, I got them right here. All right, are we?
Texas date.
Texas dates. We're trying to get something going. Hopefully, rolling
Oh,
towards
Jay's got a
the
good
middle of midsummer.
Where do I put
So
the questions?
we're looking at the Austin, Houston, Dallas areas.
What do you guys currently have on the books?
Currently, let's see, the January 18th is our next upcoming one. That's at Jimmy's Jukebox in Fort Waltons for Becca's benefit show, which I don't know if you guys heard of Becca. She was the drummer for Ithaca Ducks band, and that recently died due to, I guess, medical complications. So I won't go into too many details. But yeah, so come out and support that. We're basically all just raising money for her and her medical bills that are piled up. So from there, I believe, what's Sam's whole thing?
222.
Yeah.
It's 22nd of February.
We're
Where's that?
still waiting the location on that to be set. This has been confirmed.
So it'd be like a cornfield.
And then TPM Fest,
Yeah,
Road Punch Metal Fest 2020 . We are having
March 7th.
Yes, March
Yeah.
7th at Jimmy's Jukebox in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. We have 11 of our sponsored bands, including these guys.
It's like fucking deja vu.
A quick request for Brian Cole. Doug.
Alright. Alright, so Jay Tribble asked, what was each musician's first concert attended? That takes it back real far, man. It's definitely in high school. And it was probably a whack ska show, but if I remember the band, I'm pretty sure the band's name was Bane, B-A-N-E. It was kind of grungy, sky. And then I think I saw, and what was that ska band? I don't remember. But yeah, that was pretty much my first show ever when I got to get out of the house. And then I went and watched a lot more metal shows.
Who the fuck listens to ska music? That's the real.
It was a mistake.
So it plays on my
Good answer.
Yeah.
I guess the furthest one back I can recollect, I don't even know what age I was. I was probably probably 18, 19 maybe. It was a Perfect Circle.
Okay.
Yeah. Murder Noms album, I guess. That was a fucking good show. And I forgot who opened for them, but they sucked. Anyway.
I think my first one was when I was like 14, 15. Back when the Downtown Brew was in Fort Walton Beach, I went and saw Dead Ringers Guild. Jake Dreyer's band. You might know him from a band called Iced Earth right now. Shout out to him. Congratulations on your career. You're really, really making Panama City Beach proud. Yeah, that was my first one.
I mean, it was like Winter Jam or something. It was either Winter Jam or like back whenever like in middle school, my mom like got me and my brother tickets to see like My Finger Death Punch. I mean, it was all before I really got into music, so I don't really remember it all that well, but it's probably one of those.
What's
I
your
got
favorite?
another question.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna jump back and forth between the two. Bossier, Louisiana will hopefully be set somewhere on the way to a Texas date, maybe.
Hold on. What was it?
Bossier? Bossier, yeah, sorry.
Who said that? Who said it?
Adriana Patton.
Hell yeah! Tell Jordan I said hey.
Okay, at a show to help ease the stress of whatever y'all are about to do, what would be the favorite libation somebody could bless you with?
What's a
Masturbation.
libation?
Your beverage.
Oh, a drink?
Sorry, big words.
Man.
Masturbation?
No,
Guys, if
libation.
Oh, libation.
I get a ice cold Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh, what a...
You better bring it from a store because I don't think the bar's gonna sell that.
Plenty of energy drinks or some nice chamomile tea.
You can just bring me a triple shot of Fireball and I'll be straight.
Just some water, man.
You liar.
No, water. Because after we have to fucking load and unload or whatever else, it gets fucking hot and sweaty, and then we gotta start.
True that.
It just sucks.
New year, new
Vodka
Tom.
and Red Bull.
Yeah.
All right,
Vodka
that'll
Red
work.
Bull. Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
good. Vodka is my drink.
All right,
trying to
so
hop back and forth and catch them all.
what are your biggest fears?
First,
They're real. Is the yellow card metal?
Biggest fears. This is a tough one. I'm afraid of everything.
No.
I guess I'm afraid of my studio burning down.
Doug.
should be your answer for everything.
No, just like disappointment in general, like not meeting expectations.
Well, I hope you're scared.
Always. I live in never-ending, constant agony.
That should be good motivation, though.
No.
I'd probably say my biggest fear is going to be probably like 30, 50 years from now, looking back and being like, damn, I should have done more. So I'm making sure I live every second and taking advantage of every opportunity. I'm pushing for any endorsement, any sponsorship, and I'm taking all the risk I can because you only get one life. So I'm coming hard 2020. Real hard.
Sounds fucking gross.
Give me that. You're cut off.
Spiders. I fucking hate spiders. I hate spiders. I hate them. Get the fuck away from me. I hate spiders.
Okay. Is the couch still available? As long as you have a good one of equal or greater value
Someone
to
already
trade.
started the bidding at
Good leather.
$65.
Real leather.
No, at the 1,000. Starting bid at 1,000.
Fireball for the win. Boom. Who would you most likely to tour with?
We covered that. You're late.
Oh,
Start from the
Not
beginning
tour
of
with.
October.
No, we didn't cover tour.
Open for.
Open for. It's not tour anymore.
Well, okay.
This is, yeah.
open for? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, who would y'all most want to tour with if you had to be stuck on the road for 6 months?
Ooh.
There's some chin scratchers.
Ooh. If we were going off of musical technicality, I'd have
2,000 for the couch.
2000? Is it telling fucking sold
Sold.
right
No, 2,200.
now? Sold.
Sold.
to. Anyways, if I had to choose a band that for all of us to chill with, it'd be Dave Matthews Band. So that I could chill with Carter Buford because he's a badass drummer.
Look at that.
So remember what I was telling you about replacing you with a computer? It's happened.
Okay. In that case, because this is probably the only band that has their own episode of Cribs, it'd be Born of Osiris.
You don't like, but you don't listen to them either.
In terms of like sharing the road with,
Or stage. It's a package deal.
for me, like my main concern is the smell. So like,
War.
I'm looking for that's the polar opposite of what I mean. Somebody who would be like more cleanly, or like less people. So like this town needs guns. That's a lot less people.
Well, if I'm speaking from personal experience, I'd probably choose the guys from Recursive Creator. I actually did a tour this last summer with them, filling in for them on bass, since their bassist couldn't make the tour dates that were leading up to their Las Vegas Death Fest date, and that was a really good time. Also, shout out to Taylor Tidwell. Good to see you watching.
Arachnid cabinets.
Congratulations on your Arachnid Cabinets endorsement.
Okay, let's see. A lot of people have a dream label they would want. Would you rather go towards a label or start up your own?
I am very against labels. I'm all for starting your own. However, I realize a lot of people disagree.
That's their own opinion, though.
The disagreement?
Labels can go fuck themselves, but they're also necessary in some ways. Advertisement. If they push it and back it. But the problem, I don't know, the whole music industry's fucked these days anyway, so I don't really care. I'm happy doing this shit fucking right here.
He's about to piss himself over here, reaching for the mic.
Adding to the last sentence he said, I'm cool with doing the stuff right here as well because it's the digital age. I'm not going to vomit all of our secrets, but, it's time to do things different. I'm speaking to everybody out there. You can play shows in venues all day. You can keep turning your wheels like that and spending money on gas all day. Or you can take advantage of the digital age and step up your, online media. There's people who do Barbie videos on YouTube. They get millions of views and monetize it and make money. It's time to do things different. If you've been playing gigs for 20, 30 years, it's time to do something different. So, yeah, we about to start doing it real hard.
If Peter Steele's fed you a spider, would that get you over your fear?
Fuck you, Tommy Rose. That's it. I know exactly who that is. No, it would not cure my fears. That's still wrong.
Mr. J. Tribble would like to know if you guys would be willing to tour Europe or Asia.
Yes, absolutely. We've been trying to set up something for the UK for a little while. Primordial Radio was been really good to us. So that's kind of our avenue that we're trying to take there. But yeah, we're willing.
What's your most embarrassing moment on stage?
I think it was that time that it fucking got shit faced before we went on and opened up for that first song, and everybody just fucking flubbed it. I was like, "Ooh, I can't do this again."
Which lineup was that?
That was with Troy and Jackie when we were at Rodeo Rock. Yeah.
That whole show.
We fucked that thing. Yeah.
We didn't ever play there.
So like we played at Night Moves once, and like
Hey, they're serious about the couch. Is it smoke-free and pet-free room?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Can I
Except
see
for
the
these
couch
animals.
before I make a bid. Bids aren't yet 2,200.
Except for these animals.
Sorry, go ahead.
so like we played at Night Moves once, and we didn't even have like any onstage monitors.
So they
Get
can
a
see the
full
couch.
shot of the- yeah.
Yeah, we'll get
Here's
up
a full
moves so you
shot.
can see the couch.
No, you ready?
Oh, wait.
Here. Full shot of the couch. Funny. It was my
Too many
favorite.
live feeds to follow. That's how we roll, dog.
All right.
Hold
the
on,
most
hold
embarrassing
on,
moment
hold
on stage.
Yeah, let's talk about
Whenever Danny's ready. Okay, so we played at Night Moves once, and this was with Ithaca. And they didn't have any onstage monitors, and one of the main things that we did with Ithaca was we ran through the Helix, and we
gotta set that back down.
did a lot of direct through PA, so onstage volume wasn't really a thing that we had planned for. We always relied on like monitors for all of our onstage volume, so none of us could hear ourselves, and it was a lack of preparing, and then it was also just a lack of gear needed from the venue. It fell apart very quickly.
Well, yeah, that one was definitely a learning experience. But I'd have to say my most embarrassing moment was at a show with one of my old bands, On the Edge of Ruin, formerly known as Underground Alliance. We had a show where I ended up getting absolutely beamed by a guitar swing.
Oh,
That was fun.
say beamed?
Yeah, beamed. I got whacked with the headstock of the guitar when it
With
came
an
back
N or
around.
an M? Bean or beam?
Beamed.
I love that.
So yeah, it hit me. I actually own that guitar now.
Oh wow.
So I'm considering burning it.
Alright. I think we're keeping it towards live show
Any show with Danny.
embarrassment moments. So the very first time, and thank God we were the first band to go on and we got there early, but my most embarrassing moment, most unprofessional, I'll never forget it, was taking 45 minutes to set the rack up for the first time. I had no help. I had to set it up from scratch, and I was pissed. So it took me 45 minutes to set it up, and before I knew it, I also missed my smoke break because they all went and smoked and came back and said, "Oh, we're on." So yeah, that was embarrassing and a long night, and I'm glad that's back in last year.
We always had a good night that day.
Yeah, that was a great gig.
Oh yeah.
And better event took 45 minutes to set up.
I'm telling you what, man, it was rough.
Rough for you.
yeah, well,
So we're gonna combine these two questions.
daily jobs.
What are your day jobs
Yeah.
and what are your hobbies other than music?
Oh. I gotta tell everybody so I can sell you some stuff.
Well, I go live all the time, so I work for
They know
Dish
what he
Network. I do Dish Network satellite installs during the day, and then I have a couple other things I do. I'm working on trying to monetize some of the stuff I do, but pretty much I work that full-time job, and then I watch kids all night long. And what was the other one?
You might want
Hobbies?
to rephrase that you watch your own kids.
Oh yeah, my bad. I watch my children. I watch my children.
It's like a live feed.
It's
of
like
everybody in the neighborhood.
daddy daycare. Sorry.
You're a
Tucks the
pedophile.
telescope away in his pocket.
And then now I see. Yes, to clarify, I watch my children
Because
at my
that might have
house.
sounded like the hobby after the day job thing.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that.
Or pedophilia.
My hobby is definitely is going to be just playing on the electric kit that Doug so lovingly lets me play on. I'm able to play nonstop as long as I want. And now that I've added the metronome to it, it definitely has become a job instead of a hobby because I'm actually having to work
Hobbies other than music.
other than music.
He has none apparently.
I do have some. I love playing video games with my lovely, beautiful, gorgeous, voluptuous wife.
Miss
We
Tavia.
love playing Gears of War 4 Horde mode, 25 rounds. I run the shotty, she runs the sniper, and whenever she gets a headshot, she'd be like, "Splatter-tat-tat on your motherfucking mind."
That was so fucking cringeworthy, dude.
She's gonna love it though, dog, if she's still watching. Let me see.
Oh my god.
Hey, so I work for a government contractor called Vector Planning and Services Incorporated.
It's a polite way of saying they're going to take your ass out. No.
I help maintain the network for the Navy's IT warfare learning complex over there.
They don't come after us.
They are.
It's dangerous.
Everyone knows that school is there, man. So yeah. So that's my day job. I love it. Gives me a lot of the tech skills I need in order to do the things I'm doing here with this band. As far as hobbies go, I guess I really like playing Smash. Super Smash Bros.
Yes.
Platform fighting game
I know what it is. I'm a master.
So why'd you ask?
Because you didn't say Super Smash Brothers.
That's because you don't pay enough notice.
Yeah, well, not anymore. I used to play Brawl. I used to play Melee. I played all that.
Melee's the shit.
I was raw. Anyway.
What do you two do? No.
I dedicate pretty much every breathing moment to music.
I can attest for that because if he's not jamming over here, he is jamming in my house, and it's great. Sets up and starts ripping out some crazy shit, and then I can just sit on the drum set and play with it, and then masterpieces happen. 15% battery.
So for my day job, I work for a pool company. Pretty boring. I just go in and I maintain pools, clean them up, get them smelling nice. But in terms of hobbies, I have far too many. I am really into recording arts, which kind of goes hand in hand with music. I like studying like modular synthesis, which is still music related, but it's more of a nerdier side. I really, really like photography. It's currently what's been consuming a lot of my time. I like to cook quite a bit. And luthier work. In fact, I'm currently working on a headless guitar build.
Oh, it's my turn.
He's just swinging around his face.
Move your juicy
Your big claws are all.
Hey, don't mess my... Bro?
Fuck yeah. I do nothing. No, I'm in industrial and commercial HVAC, controls, programming, and graphics design. Hobbies, I like guns. I like shooting. Movies, kind of a movie hoarder person.
It's great, thank you.
Yeah.
Brian,
Scary movies.
Brian, I'm gonna get to yours in just 1 second. How did you first become part of the GCMA, and who is your favorite GCMA band to watch live?
All of them except for us. How'd that get started? I think
we were... No, before that, I mean, we were at a
How
show.
did you become part? Like,
I think we were it was one of our very first shows, if not...
GCMA is Gulf Coast Metal Alliance, for those of you who aren't up to...
Yeah, so I think it was one of our very first shows. It might have been Night Moves or Chizuko's probably, and I think some of the GCMA higher-ups were there, and they were like...
No, it wasn't the first show.
Okay, well, it was one of our very first couple of shows, and so they approached us and said, hey, we are super interested, you know, y'all are great, and we did the whole thing, and they patched us in, and it's been a great ride ever since. My favorite one to watch...
Enlightened is where we were.
Enlightened Studios, that's right, because they're from that side of town.
Yep.
I mean, I'd say I like to watch Dark Kind of Man, because Raheem's my dog.
Right. I always do that to him, so go ahead.
So I joined Ithaca because I saw an ad on Facebook for a job as a bassist. And then Ithaca was a member of the GCMA, so that's going to be Doug's story to tell. But my favorite GCMA bands to watch, I really like Dark Crown of Man. Just the energy that Raheem has, and the vocals are absolutely killer.
Love the
Go
vocals.
Joe. Can anybody show us the infamous Joe stance?
Oh, I think I. It's like. I think that's how it goes. I just don't know the lyrics.
It's pretty impressive.
If I knew the lyrics, I'd have sung the lyrics, but I don't know the lyrics. But I've told him when I first met him, the way his vocals are so different is why I love him so much. Between him and Raheem, they're badass, and now they got the new people they got now. I haven't heard the new bassist, but the new guitarists they got are.
Mr. Corey, I think Mr. Corey is going to be an awesome fit. He's
That
a
was a
great
good
guy.
impersonation of Joe, wasn't it?
He's a great guy.
I can't really pick Dark Con of Man for mine because I've got a certain amount of favoritism I have to avoid. I actually filled in for a pretty extensive time for them. Love them to death. But hands down, I got to say my favorite GCMA band to watch is Killhammer.
Shout out to Carrie, National and Mississippi President for the Gulf Coast Metal Alliance. All right, let's see. What type of frame of mind do you have to be in to write music?
Oh, God.
Well, I mean,
After that, I gotta ask Brian's question because it was a really, really good one.
basically,
There's a couple backed up ones.
I know.
I just rub one out real quick and then I'm good to go.
I helped Doug rub one out real quick and
Wow! Wait, what was the question?
no,
Oh, for a frame of mind.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I can't answer that question.
a lot of things will. A lot of things will inspire me. A lot of the time, it's a new piece of gear that I get, and then I'll just start playing around with it, and then I'll hear something that I like from the gear, and then I'm like, I can write an entire piece around it, or just a concept. I'm very logical whenever it comes to my music writing. My music isn't really all that complex, really, but I like to use odd time signatures. So really, just as complex as I can make it within my own stuff. So basically, just I don't know how to put it. I have to be very, very tired.
Shout out to my husband Marty real quick. Hey baby, love you.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Hi, Marty. Me personally, I think a lot of my writing comes from life experiences, but it also has to be gauged musically or instrumentally off of emotions. So whatever the lyrical content could be involved in, I want to write the music around that to where it kind of pulls in that. So a lot of it's more dark and sensual, I guess. But yeah, life experience, yeah. So yeah, any of the songs has come from some kind of experience. It's not really anything written from a magical land. It's
real hard about
like,
hot dogs. Go to your happy place.
Well, you get a lot of those bands that they do the fantasy rock stuff. And they talk about dragons and fucking armored people, and, whatever.
This question could kind of go along with what inspired you to write the stuff. So with the obvious type O influence on your sound.
I see how it is.
Well, hold on.
We're getting to you.
It goes in along with
You're being
his-
replaced anyways.
This goes with his answer. Hold on. So with the obvious type O influence on your sound, were you influenced more by the sound, or do any of your firsthand emotions that went into the lyrics?
No, so the sound was everything for me with that band. It was, I don't know, it was so different from anything else. And when I decided that, I was like, okay, the dude died in 2010. And that band's not around anymore. It will never be again. So for me, I kind of looked at it as, hey, let me put it out there and just try it and see what happens. But I looked at it in a form of bands from the 80s. And you had Led Zeppelin, right? And then you had all these other bands that wanted to sound like Led Zeppelin. And then it spawned off these big, huge 80s hair metal bands. And then you had more and more hair metal bands that all sounded like each other, kind of spawning out of that. And they all got big. So I was like, well, fuck, nobody is really doing the typo sound. So a lot of my writing and my influence that was coming out was from that sound. So I just kind of ran off of that. But yeah, it was more of a, we're not trying to be them. We're not trying to, do all that crap. It's just...
They were their own genre.
Yeah, they made their own genre. Right.
And you took it over because they were...
No, I didn't take it over.
Yeah, you did.
No, we didn't take it over. I promise we didn't take it over.
And everybody else's eyes, you took it over.
It's it's developed from that. Definitely, it's heavily influenced. I mean, if you say otherwise, you're a liar.
All right, so...
But yeah, here,
you're pulling a Danny.
fucking here, have your
Danny,
shit.
what is your influence when you write? What state of mind do you need to be in?
Well, technically, I don't really get to write music. I'm just a drummer. I use what I'm handed. So whatever they play, I play something to it. Usually when I'm playing by myself, I play based off the tempo. If I want to play something, more grooved out and slow, I'll go down to like 120. If I'm trying to play some metal or something, I'll go up to like 180. So I guess the tempos dictate how I'm going to play. I don't really have a mindset. I've lived, played, breathed, ate drums since I was, walking. So all I really know is drums. So it really comes second nature. I can sit down and play and hold a conversation. I mean, I don't really think about it. It just kind of happens. I don't really think about playing. I don't need a mindset because I just get up there and do what I do. That's the one thing I'm great at. Everybody else has, maybe multiple things they're good at. I'm 100% amazing at playing drums, and it just comes out really easily, so I don't need a frame of mind. What was the second question on top of that?
Okay, so that was it. That one just kind of led into the typo thing. So...
I had something to say to that. We might be somewhat influenced by them, but Typo Negative didn't have sticks, and that's what makes us that much different, is because that slow, laid back, I'm about to die drumming ain't over here. If you're looking for that slowed down, no hype man, no nothing, that's not over here.
I would much rather have Johnny Kelly. Please fuck off.
That's okay because I don't get down like that. So I'm gonna be hype. I'm gonna be lit. Sticks gonna be turned up all the time, and who knows?
All right, so Brian's first one. Okay, go ahead.
So one thing I want to say about that is a very big difference in things that are coming forward is Justin and I, neither of us we didn't really grow up with Typo Negative that much. So we got completely different influences that we developed in our formative years that we are learning the sound of the current October Noir songs and learning to adapt to it with our completely different flavor that we're informed with. So it definitely expect some departures from what we currently have out right now in the future.
Okay, so for Brian's question that I've been trying to get to, I wanted to quote verbatim, but I'm just going to wing it because now I can't find it. If you had to or could fight one person, who would it be? I'm going to say dead or alive.
Fight?
Yes.
He said if you could fight one person, who would that be? Or I guess if it was had to fight, not want to fight. It says if you had to fight one person, who would it be? So if you had to fight someone and had no choice, who would that person be?
Well, go ahead.
I'm very frail.
Yeah, you are.
So I could...
Frail person.
A wet.
You also want to die.
Yeah, okay, so I have two options here. Do I go with somebody very, very weak, or do I go with somebody very, very, very strong?
Doug.
I'm gonna go with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Got him.
Boy, just take me out.
Okay. If I had to fight anyone, come back to me on this one.
Mine would be Arnold Schwarzenegger, but after he's dead and buried in the ground.
Kimbo Slice.
He's already dead.
Calling you out.
Or Arnold after he
What?
takes out Justin.
Kimbo Slice is dead?
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna take out Arnie.
Alright, I got a better one. This is my most favorite fighter in the planet. John Cena. You can't see me.
How would you fight him?
Oh my god.
He's alive.
Okay.
I can't see him.
Well, now that I think about it, I'm a pretty peaceful person, but I'd really like to deck Martin Shkreli, Farmer Bro.
Oh, you know what? Any of those the dudes in the punk scene who hit on like underage girls?
Oh,
Any
yeah.
of them?
Onision?
Onision. I'll fucking take out Onision. That's what I'll win.
Would y'all rather lose a hand or a foot?
Dick.
I'd take a foot.
I don't need it. I'd take a foot, definitely.
That's gonna be a hard one for Danny.
What was the question?
Hand or a foot?
Oh, would I want to lose a hand or a foot? Probably my hand, so I can no longer play fucking music anymore. That'd be great.
All right. Well, since there was already a drummer who was missing an arm and made up for it with his feet, I didn't really care for that, and it wasn't very,
Name the band.
Led Zeppelin, right? Or was it Def Leppard or something? Anyways, not Jock Graham, great for what he did, all that, but I would rather lose just the foot because there's no reason you can't still play with a nub. I would lose my left foot, I would still play with my right foot, and if I needed a double bass, I would use my left foot with the nub, and I'd be good to go. So yeah, I'd rather lose a foot than a hand. I need both of those. As long as I got two hands, I'm still on top.
Justin's going for his left hand.
No.
Is that your masturbation hand? Oh, that's his
That's
masturbation
the one
hand.
you were
Real
shaking.
Bradley Pennington said, not a question, but more of a comment. As a huge Typo Negative fan, I truly appreciate your respectful attitude towards the band and creating the new music in the genre. From the first time I listened to 13, I was hooked. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, 13. When the first album came out, I was like, this is great. When 13 came out, I was blown away. Obviously, I was a part of it, but as listening to the music standpoint, it was way ahead of the first album. Probably because I had more influence with that one than the first album. Tom's writing is kind of limited. Tavia Edwards asks, what's our favorite holiday? I'd have to say my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, just because there's a lot of good food and I don't have to buy no presents.
Halloween.
Mine's either
Jules?
like Halloween or Christmas. I really like Christmas time just because it's cold and I can stay inside and people won't question me about it.
There you go.
But I like Halloween because it gives functioning adults a reason to be who they always wanted to be as a child, and it's not as weird because you can just be like, I'm taking my kids trick-or-treating.
Take candy from strangers. One thing we tell them never to do.
I had someone give me a glass alabaster baby head for Halloween. That
That's
was cool.
awesome, though.
Tea lights go in it. It lights up and it's scary.
What's yours, darling?
Samhain.
What?
Samhain.
What's that?
Salads.
Samhain.
I like salad.
Salads a holiday?
Often pronounced, or often spelled as Samhain.
Samhain?
What is that?
Samhain, man.
Explain it for the layman's.
For me.
Salad holiday.
What song influenced you the most and why?
Okay.
Alright, not even explaining it.
Hold on. Where'd it go?
Oh, here's another one.
Does anybody have a favorite band from Finland?
Sonata Arctica.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the country of origin, and I probably should.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Doug on that one.
What's a Finland?
What song influenced you most and why?
Oh.
Song from?
Life that you've heard?
I would have.
Influenced in life or musically? Not sure. They didn't ask that specifically.
I'd have to say Smash Mouth All Star.
Dude, what the fuck is even happening? Are you a metal band player or what's?
Mine's gonna make
I don't even know anymore. Smash Mouth.
It was just,
I've got a lot, man. A lot of songs, a lot of '80s songs. So
no one's gonna know any of
The
this
Cure. The Cure is one of my biggest influences. Then Slaughter. I like Slaughter a lot too. But yeah, that and the Typo. We could talk about fucking Typo all day though. I'm not going in and all that. Justin, you're up.
Alright, don't make fun of me. It was Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. It was the first song I ever learned how to play, and like I was really into them whenever I started playing guitar. But in a more modern sense, I really like Arised or Priestess by Periphery. Just that style of writing, the like kind of lower gain parts, just kind of does it for me.
So this one's kind of a more recent one for me. It became an influence to me when we were on our way to Ithaca's last show in tribute to Becca Brown at the Celtic Irish Pub. There was a song that we were passing around the aux cable while we were on the drive there. There was a song by Caro Bonito called Flamingo, and I was just bringing up songs specifically to piss off our singer Chandler, and just the look on his face imbued in my mind that song as being it's what gave me life. Love you, Chandler.
All right, so someone asked
Couch is so low today.
that they know Styx over here is married. What are the relationship statuses of the other members?
Single as fuck. Man, if I wasn't single, I'd be a shitty guitar player.
Doug. No. Painfully single.
With a sigh.
Yeah, don't sign next to me like that. I'm getting worried. No, I'm married. And of course he's married
For
too.
now, I
So.
will break you up.
But what people don't know is we're married together.
Not to no Smash Mouth fan.
Man, look, I was just playing about that. See, my thing is, I can't name bands and their songs. I can name bands that I like, but I can never name a song. Like, drummers don't know names of songs. So, exactly. It sounded like the boom dot, boom dot, the boom dot. So, but no. I mean, for today, that's one of my favorite bands all time. Maddie's a preacher now, so they don't do shows anymore. But I definitely love their writing style as far as the vocals, the melodic parts, and the way the drummer plays. I enjoy all that.
So what's y'all's favorite thing to have for breakfast?
I usually don't eat breakfast. I drink coffee.
I mean,
Yeah.
that
I like hazelnut. Yeah.
French vanilla.
Yeah. No, hazelnut. No, I don't do French.
Well, I do regular, but if there's French vanilla creamer, it goes in. But usually I'm milk and sugar. I love coffee, though. I can't eat in the morning.
Yeah. I usually don't eat them.
Well, then let me rephrase it due to what's on the fridge. What's your favorite breakfast food?
Favorite breakfast food? Waffles.
Pancakes.
He's avoiding it.
Oh, no. Biscuits and gravy. Yeah.
I really like Elf on the Shelf cereal.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you, Justin.
You rang it up.
I missed that joke.
he has Elf on the Shelf cereal.
Over there.
I really like eggs over easy on top of a toasted English muffin with some black coffee. That's like ideal for me. Or an omelet.
I'm a big fan of cheese grits. I really like Whataburgers, chicken strips and gravy. Hash browns,
Hell no, Jay.
corned beef hash.
Tom would never shave his head. For nobody.
I didn't see that one. That must be on a different feed.
He is Samson. That is the
I've shaved your head before.
that is his key to his power. When I met him, he had short hair and a beard, though, so I actually really liked scruffy.
If we ask any more
operator.
questions about food, I'm going to have to get up and go to McDonald's.
All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to add? Release is coming out. Y'all talked a little bit about that. Do you have an?
I want to say shout out to Soul Tone Symbols.
Oh, you fucking asshole! You're
Well, I was literally about to say, shout out to Soul Tone Symbols, but you know what? We do love you, but I'm going to take it a little bit further. Shout out for making me a rep, because I've endorsed 5 drummers and I've had 10 more apply in the past week. And I could care less what it's doing for me, to be honest. I'm glad that I can help other drummers build their resume and, you know, market themselves as a brand and accomplish their dreams. You know, that's what makes me, you know, the happiest about all this is regardless of what happened here, I was able to influence other drummers and help them accomplish their goals. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. If you're watching this and, you know, you're looking to take your career to the next level, hit me up.
Yeah. What was the question?
You want a shout out?
Oh. I want to say thank you to everybody that's really supported us or purchased the albums. Actually purchased the albums.
Where can they get the albums from? And do you guys have merch?
Yes. If you go to www.freewebstore.org/October Noir, you can buy any of the albums and the t-shirts we currently have. Yeah, we can link it. And as far as everything else goes, it's available on Amazon and
The best way to buy t-shirts? Wait.
Hey, just
Is that a live show?
Very true. Just in addition to merch, I'm actually coming out with my own line, a Sticks line. Not exactly sure what direction we're going with designs or anything, but I am going to start coming out with apparel. I'm probably going to have some hats, t-shirts. I might even come out with a fanny pack just so Tom can wear it live. So y'all be looking out for that Sticks apparel.
I have something I would like to shout out.
Vinyl.
Okay, so I do solo music, and I'm actually looking to get right back into it very soon. On YouTube, the channel it's pronounced Musician. I know there's a lot of my friends who would like to call it Mushroom. But no, Musishon, Musician.
Hi, Mom. Love you.
No, you cut off.
Oh, you can finish.
Oh,
Okay. I wasn't trying to take it.
You know, I'm sure I don't need to be the one to sing their praises, but I want to thank Line 6 for making what I'm doing with the sounds that I'm making in this band possible. I don't think any other amp modeling and guitar effects platform could really give me everything that I need in order to do what I'm doing. You know, thank people that are in the product development over there, part of Sarkeesian, for his advice on several of my modifications to my own Variaxes.
Yeah, I would say Brian's interested in this swimsuit calendar.
And we'll get right on that.
Hold on, let me see. If that's gonna happen, D is coming to take the photos.
Yeah.
Just let
Exactly.
me know
D.
right now.
Cole, shout out to
D.
D. Cole,
Cole, yeah.
best photographer around.
Awesome. She's awesome.
So, I didn't know we were doing the shout outs like Justin did. I got my YouTube, The Life of Sticks. Look that up. It's got a lot of material, not just of me, but of the whole group. And then also on Facebook, you can look up School of Sticks. And I'm also giving out free drum lessons to anybody who wants them. And that's about to get kicked off really good. Doug's actually going to be accompanying me, and we're going to be playing some duet stuff that I'll be soloing on. But if you're into guitar, you'll get to hear some exclusive, one-of-a-kind licks from Doug as well.
And if you're really interested, we're changing the band name to October Sticks. We're going to be fully endorsed by Sticks.
Hey,
Speaking of, I'm in the process of copywriting that. So I'm actually going to patent my name or whatever it's called, but I'm going to trademark that.
Physically fatiguing.
And I'm becoming a brand ambassador, so y'all be looking out for that as well.
Do you guys ever plan on putting any of your albums on vinyl?
Honestly, I would love to, man. We haven't really looked at it at all. I know it's starting to come back around. It's all in cost and expense and whatever else. So I wouldn't mind doing it.
D said Brian's gonna have to do the swimsuit pics.
Oh Jesus, who's wearing the banana hammock?
me. Oh.
You might as well just wear the rainbow suit.
Is it gonna have sticks on the
Hey,
front of it?
nope. All I got to say is, for all your adult needs, you can check out my wife's job, Risque Moments, on Navy. We got all the hookups, all the good deals. If you're looking at, possibly splitting up, come check us out. And if you're not enjoying yourself, like in the bedroom, come check us out. We'll take care of you. I kid you not. One of my homies came over and said they were struggling a little bit. We threw him a little care package. You know, he got 16 kills in a row. Call of Duty care package, and now they're doing great. So y'all check it out. Risque Moments. Shout out to Soul Tone again too.
Very.
Brian, we're okay with your nudity, sir. Thank you.
Daddy.
Oh, Daddy?
Hey, oh yeah, they did look.
Daddy?
I've said it like 3 times and you're just now noticing.
They did look a lot alike, wasn't they, y'all two? No, that was him and
no.
Hackett. That was Hackett was his dad. That's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hackett was awesome.
Oh,
man.
y'all.
I don't think you understand the difference between dad and daddy. I'll teach you later.
Dan could sell ice to Eskimo.
I'm either baby or daddy.
Hey, all my customers tell me that. Like, I've never been into sales really, but lately with this job, everybody thinks I'm like some car guru salesman. So I do think I could sell anything to anybody, but what I'm going to sell y'all is how to create the life you want to live. You know, Les Brown said you got to create the life you want. No one's going to give it to you, and it only comes with hard work. So one thing I know we're going to give y'all is 100% hard work. So there's not going to be any bad music coming from us. It's all going to be top of the line.
Did you hear the album?
It's all going to be, we're going to give you everything that we can because
We're about to create a whole lot of shit.
Because no, we're not going to create nothing bad. That's not how we get down. We spend hours in front of the computer copying and pasting fake drum tracks that Justin made.
I mean,
Sounds better.
Don't call me out, but all right.
Sounds better.
I have a shout out.
Yep.
The banners that you see that our sponsored bands have are from A World of Signs in Fort Walton Beach. They are awesome.
I'm about to pick up two.
They're who we are using for all of our sponsored band banners, and they will be doing the event banner for TPM Fest.
They look sick.
Check in with them. They do all sizes. These are vinyl banners. This is a 2.5 by 4 foot with vinyl grommets, of course.
Love you too, girl.
Yeah, World of Signs, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Right there.
How much touring?
Sweet. Yeah, I just want to thank, that.
As far as touring, we're trying to do show.
Don't give him a mic. What's wrong with you?
No, this is real stuff. So this year, we're looking to push out. We're trying to get away from the places we've been touring. We're trying to push our name out there a little further. And we are going to start doing bigger shows with bigger names. So we're probably going to be doing less. If y'all want to see us, you're probably going to have to drive and or check us out on the internet. Because, we don't have many shows lined up right now. And, we would love to see you seeing us live. That would also be great. We love when new people get to check us out.
We have like 2 shows already lined up local.
3.
3. Almost
January,
4.
February, and March.
We don't have any shows lined up now.
Yeah, we quit. We're done.
Are we still a
This band's
band?
over.
Not till after March, sorry.
What happened?
It's
No.
over.
April.
April.
What
If
are
we
we
can
doing
get
here?
the show at the
Oh,
American Legion.
we're not playing that one. We're not doing that. We're quitting.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
We just came to say goodbye.
He's cut off.
We're quitting.
All right, since they all quit the band, we can wrap up the interview unless anybody else has one more sensible question.
Like,
Okay.
if we're quitting,
Relevant
That was
question.
good. That was solid. There were good questions on there.
you'll
Yes,
never
there
know
were.
if we're
Everybody did great.
serious.
Thank you guys for participating.
Hey, thank you everybody for checking it out. Appreciate y'all coming in.
Let her fucking talk.
I thought she was done. My bad. I thought we were splitting up to the different camera angles. My bad.
Sticks over here getting B-roll for us.
Love to see you all live. Hair.
Yeah.
How do you keep your hair so soft?
Oh yeah, silky. That was Jay.
Yeah.
Jay, what's it? It's just shampoo. It's usually Garnier Fructis. It's maple what? Maple honey or something. I don't know. It smells good.
He uses
And
that.
the weird shaped upside down bottle, I think
But
that's
yeah,
what
just-
Bear uses.
That's that
Who?
mane and tail horse
The
stuff.
maple honey
Yeah, whatever it
orange
is.
bottle. I think that's what
Yeah.
Fair uses right now.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
I brush it.
That's all it is.
10,000
Smells like
strokes a night.
pancakes.
Brush it once, throw a hairdryer to it, and get the fuck out the way.
Okay, one more because Brian's on a tangent. I'm getting a kick out of
Hey,
these, but these
hey.
are awesome. It depends.
Story.
On, okay,
There's a story
I
to
was
this
just saying, it
question.
depends on how you can translate this too in your
Ask
head.
the question, then I
Big
got a
spoon or
story.
little spoon?
Give me that. Okay.
Not many people know this story, but now everybody's going to know. So, me and Tom do a lot of military simulation airsoft. We do a lot of airsoft, and we were on our private property having an overnight, a camp out airsoft night. We had a huge bonfire, and I'm saying massive. It was freezing cold. No one prepared. People were freezing their ass off. But
We weren't.
we weren't, because I brought my van. It's sold, rest in peace, Stalker van.
completely gutted, only had one seat. It was a 89 Astro van. I had a full-size mattress in it and some blankets. And we opened the sliding door, and me and Tom slept on that, warm as you could be in our nice little cubby. And I believe that I was Big Spoon and he was Little Spoon, but it didn't matter because we was warm, right? Hey, back me up. I was Big Spoon, you were Little Spoon, right?
I don't remember.
All right, well, we was warm. That's all that matters.
That was warm, yeah.
To answer
Nuts to butts.
I've arrived for the auction.
Well, with that sweet memory, if no one else has anything to
He
add.
wanted to know if you would donate hair for friends in need.
hold on.
Yeah.
That's what I
It's all the
said.
big spoon and little spoon. I'm a
That's
fork.
what I said. Hell no to. Hell no. You think they're gonna cut their hair? Doug
I will-
doesn't have any, and I'm almost out.
I will donate hair once it gets to the length I wanted it, and then if it gets past that, yes, I'll donate it. But
Oh, to a
You
true,
I got plenty of pubic hair if you want me to shave that and
to a
place it on somebody.
true friend in need. Yeah,
You would
I
be first in line when he does.
I'd donate
Yeah.
mine.
If I ever cut it, I would donate it. Yes.
All right. Is that everybody?
I think so.
Thank
Y'all
you
want to
all.
sign out? This is Sweet Misery, Throat Punch Metal. Go back and watch the last, I don't know, 40 probably minutes or so of the interview.
70.
A lot of shits and giggles in here.
Sticks out.
That motherfucker talks so
Deuces.
much.
Here. Everybody drop the mic, get up, clear the
No,
couch.
these are expensive.
Watch for the couch. This is
Yo.
the part that everybody's been waiting for this interview is to see the couch.
Everybody's been waiting for this
Use
couch.
my knife.
All right, bidding start again. 55, 55. Do I got 55, 5,500? Can I hear 5,500? 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. I'm hearing 6,000. Can I get 6,000?